Okay, this is the second try of video response to War on 25. I do realize that my first video drifted totally. I choose my poor English, my lack of vocabulary, and I'll try to be as quick as possible, but there are many issues. Okay, first issue. I really don't think that the United States are going to attack Iran. This for a number of reasons. I don't think that is the question. I don't think that is our problem. They cannot, and not only because of the Iraqi question, because China and Russia will never let that happen. So that's not the point. Okay, second issue is that Iran is indeed a big threat for a number of reasons. Again, first one is that Iran is the inheritor of the Persian Empire. It's a very old power in the Muslim world. It's a very important one. And if you look at a map of Muslim world, you see many powers which balance each other out. And right now, because of the American action, there is no power to balance Iran's one. Iraq is gone, Afghanistan is gone too. So, okay. The second reason is that Iran had the first theocratic revolution in the Muslim world. This is very important. They set the example. It's a big symbol whose influence cannot be overestimated, and it is really a big symbol. Okay, the third reason is that Iran right now totally controls Iraq, but totally. USA handled them the power. Iran finances global terrorists, global terrorism, treats grossly women, minorities, and everyone, and will do everything in its power to attack us and to harm us. Now, as a different issue, of course, is that it is obvious war is not the appropriate response to the Iranian threat, because in our post-Cold War globalized world, there are many powers and many forces at stake here, many dynamics. Not only our own, and we have to learn how to understand other dynamics in order to be able and do something about it. With globalization, threats do come from everywhere, and things are not controllable. They just are not. The equilibriums that were present before are just not there anymore, and today, really, it's about changing the grounds. It's not about the tip of the iceberg. It's not about distraction. It's not about hard power. It's about soft power. It's about institutions. And it's about understanding each other and understand how we can lead people to better ends. And to a better life. And in order to do so, we have to understand what's happening. Okay. Fourth issue, if there was to be a war with anyone, it certainly would not be with the Muslim world, I think, because this for a number of reasons. The first reason is that our cultures are really similar. We are brothers. There is a big ground for constant compromise, dialogue, and understanding. And so I really don't see why. If you look at what happened in the 50s, if you look at Nasser, Bourguiba, the Maroc king, Mohammed, I don't remember what, you see all these leaders from the independents who were not particularly fond of the Western culture, and who did embody people's dreams, and who did have big plans, and who just didn't have this relation to church. People in general just didn't have this relation to church. This fundamentalism, Bin Laden, I don't know, killing for a cause thing. It's a really recent thing from the 70s, 80s, and it has to do with economical and political dynamics, which are changeable, which are in constant movement, and which we must understand in order to being able to do something about it, because in our globalization times, things do change very quickly. We have China's example, and yes, and this Muslim thing is not as abstract and as powerful and has nothing to do with Islam in itself. It's perfectly changeable. So I guess my point is that in our world, in which we have many challenges, in which we have many threats coming from many places, we the West, I'm sorry to say we the West, but it's true, we have to have a global strategy to deal with these threats and challenges and everything that's happening, and not only towards Iran, China, Russia, and especially Africa. Let's have a politic about Africa. Let's start stopping fucking Africa out, because they really don't need that, okay? Well, anyway, and I really think that we must stop looking at ourselves and try and understand other cultures, try and understand how China is growing so much, and we are not alone in the power right now. We cannot do whatever we feel like. We cannot just go to war because we think we can implement democracy just like that, like we did in Japan 50 years ago, because this is not 1945. I'm really sorry. And so in this context, I think that our biggest problem right now, and I do know that I do realize this is not only an American thing, it's only a European thing, but especially an American thing. In this context, we have to try and get information. We have to stop being so ignorant and incompetent and stupid, really. Because it just doesn't work, and it works, well, it does work against us. And yes, this is our big problem. With the examples of our ignorance and incompetence are many. The Rwanda case, I really think it's important. Anyone who studies a little will see what happened there, and the level of stupidity and ignorance that we showed. And I really think that that is our big problem right now. Really. Thank you.